P! Hi P! Welcome to the house. Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome! How are you guys today? I hope you're doing really good. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday again? No problem. No problem. Ugh, this is the eye I can't wink with. Ah! Only this one. It's too difficult. XP, hi. Hi. Hi, P. What about Thursday? Is it Thursday somewhere in the world? That true? That seems too far away. I think. It's P Day, so it's a good day. Yay! I'm glad. Today, well, before this, I was distracted because I was updating Blue Archive and I was looking at the weird small UI. They have like a difference to the UI. It's Thursday on Mars. Yeah. But anyway, I was distracted by the Blue Archive UI. It's so small. Also, I'm eating some mac and cheese that I made, and I don't buy this very often, but it was like a microwavable one. And I'm like, oh my god, it'll be so fast. And then the directions were like, take out the 3 packages inside, right? And so I took out the packages, but there was only 2. And so I'm like, did it cook right? Maybe. Because I was supposed to add the first package that I was missing to when I put the water in it. But it was gone. You're gonna ask if I could cook? What do you mean by that? I made stovetop macaroni and cheese the other day. You hit both of the boxes in 190? That's awesome. It's average. My old man eyes have issues with the new UI. We gotta turn up the UI settings for you, Oji-san. We gotta make the UI bigger for you. Did you burn it? Sure you did. I did! Anyway, my mac and cheese is not burnt. But, actually, it's not even crispy. That's actually pretty good. Not too bad. I figured I should eat it. I thought it was gonna... Anyway, I thought making the mac and cheese was gonna be fast. And it wasn't fast, because I got stun locked because one of the packets was missing. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Leftover pizza? As long as you heat it up, I approve. As long as you heat it up. You didn't expect bratty pee? Only sometimes. I don't know. Aren't I too nice? I'm so nice, right? It's because I'm so nice. What's mustard soda? You're supposed to take the pic and send a complaint. You know what? I was thinking about it, Hero. I was really thinking about it. I was thinking about writing the company an email. But you think they would give me a coupon? I think they might give me a coupon. That kind of thing happens, you know. Very nice, no evil. Yeah, I'm evil. I'm evil. Wow. That's the kind of sounds an evil person makes, I think. Greetings. Okay. We should do leveling rule call. Before I forget. Before I forget, yeah, I am a man. Okay, I'll stop singing. Okay, leveling roll call. If you're a healer, make sure you say something in chat, and then I'll say hi to you. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Hi, Fisherman. Hi, P. Hi, Nade Monkey. Hi, P. Hi, Hero. Hi, Cygnus. Hi, TCLE. Hi, Spectre. Hi, Ming Pang Zhang. I think I said hi, Fisherman, because you were the first one. You were the first one. Hi. Hi, Nate. Hi, P. Hi, Taco Oji. Hi. 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 Okay, I think my voice is 100% back right now. I'm feeling so back right now. Hi, History. Hi, P. Hi. I got lost. Hi, Light Fellow. Nothing in the chat. Hi, Jason. Hi, Romeo. I'm about to do the first mission of the BA event to get Otoki. Yeah, I'm gonna do the BA event. I'll probably just skip through it though, so I can read it next time. Are we still back? We're still back. But yeah, I think the event probably has spoilers, so I can't do it. But you know, speaking of events, I want to read the NIKKE event. Sorry, I'm chewing my macaroni a little bit. Macaroni chewing sounds. Does that count as ASMR? Some people don't like that. I get sensitive about it because some people don't like that. Like my best friend, she doesn't like it. Like like the eating sounds. She has like the, what is it? There's like a name for it. Some people like it and some people don't like it. Are we reading Counter's Bond story? Orthy should be okay. Orthy's? Why did I call her Orthy? Dorothy? Dorothy should be okay? Really? Yeah, I have to finish the counters. So I remember we did do... whatchamacall? We did Rappy's Bond story before. So we definitely have to do Anis, and then probably Neon, and then I was gonna choose maybe someone after that if we had time. I wasn't sure how long that was gonna take though. Mesophonia? Yeah. She doesn't like the pickle crunch sound. Pickle crunch sound is interesting. I don't really like pickles though. Do you guys like pickles? He asked for no pickle. No pickle. I've been very hyper at the beginning of stream today. Recently. You like pickles? On your Borgor? Pickles on the Borgor? Actually... Okay, we can go over to NIKKE now, but I need to actually fix it because... I need to make it... What is it? Like full screen? So I can maybe turn on the eye tracker if that's something that I want to do. Actually, I gotta open that up. We gotta open up the eye tracker. I have it on specifically for NIKKE too. Okay. But yeah, it only works in what is it? The full screen. And to be honest, I don't normally play NIKKE in full screen. I don't know why. I just don't. Eye tracker. Where is it? Where do I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's hop over. I'll show you guys. Pigeon! Okay. Let's see. My tracker is technically on. It's not showing up right now, actually. Why is it not showing up? Oh, it is! It is. Okay, I gotta make sure it's like lined up with how like big the window is. You know what I mean? So let's see how big we want to make the window. Probably like Probably like this big. Yeah, sorry, I had to adjust it. Okay. Looks good. Uh-oh, my outpost is at 100%. Don't look at that. Don't look at that! Oh my god, what does the NIKKE sound not work unless I refresh it? This is like the most... NIKKE is probably like the most annoying game to set up for stream, honestly. Because OBS has to be in like... What is it? The special mode, the administrator mode. Administrator mode. I don't like pickles, but I won't go out of my way to pick them up. I always play at full screen. It's because, I don't know, it's easy to like, what is it? Multitask NIKKE. Also, I've been playing NIKKE every day, okay? I've been doing the Persona event. I'll react to that some other time though, because that's a whole thing in itself. I'm not gonna get the flash sale. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, okay. We have to go do the rest of the Snow White event. That's what we're gonna do first. Mac and cheese sounds, sorry. Mac and cheese sounds. Command Center Eco. Recollections. Is it here? Yes, it's here. You actually can't hear it? That's good. I'll lean away from the mic so you can't hear it. That's good. Have you guys ever seen... Is it a TikTok or is it a Vine? And the person is making mac and cheese and they do the mac and cheese sounds and they're like, that's what good sounds like. That's so inappropriate. That's what I've been thinking of. I don't know why. My mac and cheese, it honestly sounded like that. Hi. I like that song a lot. You were thinking the same thing? Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. Okay, so we've only... I played one round of this to see how this played. And, we got one of the deers. We got normal ending. Deer meat tastes good. She was very proud. Oh, 21 endings. Yeah, this is gonna be, a lot of reading. So, if you've never read this before, I don't know. I think most people probably read this, but it's probably been a while, you know? If not, I'll read it for you. That's my job. What items? We just started, Steve. Metal wire. Hunting props. We stole this, yeah, off of a body. And then we got a trap as well. Once a deer steps in the trap, it has no chance. Okay. Choose your own adventure. Memory discs. Collect all new endings unlimitedly. Hopefully it says, like, all the endings I've gotten already, so I can, what is it? I cannot do the other ones, or the ones we've already done, rather. Because I have a feeling if we do it, I'm gonna pick the same options I picked last time, you know? Actually, I kind of remember. I kind of remember the options we did the first time. But I guess we have to do them all. Snow White approaches the forest. Despite the seeming endless internecine conflicts between man and raptures, the forest remains a bastion of life. As Snow White gazes upon the forest... Rustle, rustle. Huh? A deer suddenly leaps into view. Let's do the first option. Shoot with anti-ship rifle. Tendrils of flame belch out of the anti-ship's rifle's muzzle. However, as the flames die down, the deer is nowhere to be found. The shot also attracts raptors, and Snow White is forced into a confrontation. Aw, man. Look at her standing on top of all this. The sounds of the battle only attract more raptors. It takes everything for Snow White to subdue the threat. In the end, she goes back to the post empty-handed. Damn. That was short. We're going to be hungry today. New ending recorded. Loud noises will alert the raptors. Okay. Oh, that's considered the bad ending? You're not shooting a ship. Okay, let's go here. We're gonna shoot with an ordinary rifle at the deer. Tendrils of flames belch out of the rifle's muzzle, and the deer is blown apart in a burst of arterial spray. It's only then that Snow White realizes how fragile a deer is. Having newly discovered the fragility of ungulates, Snow White decides to walk around the woods and find alternative hunting tools. It looks like we could still go down this path that we did before, but we'll just go in order, I think. Pine starved to death? No! Okay, let's turn right. On the right, the ground is covered with mushrooms that have brilliant red patterns. Snow White begins to pick the mushrooms. She wonders if she should do a taste test before bringing them to her colleagues. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna pass out in the forest after eating these suspicious mushrooms. To be honest, I would never pick mushrooms and eat them myself. I don't trust myself enough. I think... even if someone told me it was safe, I'd be like, I don't know if I trust that. I'd have to do like a sneaky thing where I pretend to eat it. Snow White feels somewhat hesitant about sharing the food with others that hasn't been tested. She puts a mushroom in her mouth. Suddenly, a white fog envelopes her. A female figure can be made out amongst the fog. It's someone whose face she's longed to see for some time. Snow White, someone calls out. Snow White opens her eyes. The white fog has dissipated. After making sure she hasn't sustained any injuries, Snow White realizes something. The mushroom she ate made her hallucinate. Snow White contemplates if she should eat the mushroom again. Although she can't exactly explain why, she wants to see that woman in her hallucination again. After hesitating a while, Snow White decides to... She wants to... Yeah, she wants to trip so badly! Oh my god! She's so my Penrai. Oh no, what is this? After ingesting some more of the mushroom, Snow White sees two flowers amidst the fog. One is white and the other is red. Which one should she follow? Oh shoot, you have to do the first one in order to do the second one. Snow White heads towards the white flower and sees a white figure. The faceless figure asks, "Can you see me?" No. Snow White stumbles over a tree stump and tumbles to the ground. After waking up from her hallucination, Snow White still wants to see the face that may or may not be a figment of her imagination. So she eats some mushrooms again. No matter how many mushrooms Snow White ingests, the face she longs to see remains forever indistinct. Snow White spends the entire day lost in meaningless reveries. Wow. We don't know who that is. At least I don't. If you're not ready, try Following the other flower. Okay, I think we can follow the other flower now. That might be best. So let's go through this first part again. You shoot the deer with the ordinary rifle. And then we have to look for hunting tools, so we go right. Taste them. Taste the mushrooms. Okay, so you eat them again. And we follow the red flowers this time. That's kind of scary. I'm kind of scared. Snow White heads towards the red flower and hears the buzz of the radio. An old song is being played. Someone can be heard humming along to the song. They sound homesick. Suddenly, a long-forgotten memory comes rushing back to her. She used to listen to songs with Red Hood, who loved old songs. Hello, little one. Snow White was in a terrible mood that day. So many of those close to her had lost their lives. Snow White could never forget their eyes as they died, filled with fear and a hint of relief. As the music continues to play, Snow White walks to Red Hood. Why do you look so solemn, little one? You're going to give yourself wrinkles if you keep scrunching your face like that, Red Hood says with a grin. Stop doing that, and take a look at this. Red Hood brings the radio closer. It's playing a song about missing one's hometown. It's an old guitar-centric pop song, which didn't suit the battlefield at all. This song is nice, right? This is what music is all about. Red Hood attempts to coax Snow White. Wanna try singing it? Did Snow White sing with her back then? She can't remember. That's more like it, you dork. You sound like an old geezer. Really? Red Hood's laughter and the music are the only sounds that linger in Snow White's ears. Well, I guess it makes sense that it's Red Hood because we followed the red flowers. A song that reminds you of your old home. Country roads take me home. Also, it was so distracting because it kept scrolling as I was reading. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Snow White trips over a tree stump. She wakes up from her hallucination and sees a tent, a broken radio, and a cassette tape near the tree stump that she tripped over. Snow White keeps the cassette tape and begins humming the song she heard in her hallucination. Oh, the hometown I long for. The friends I miss. Even if the sky above us is forever gray, we'll return to our hometown someday. Oh. So she has the tape. Oh! An old cassette tape containing an old pop song that Red Hood was particularly fond of. Humming along with the song brings back waves of nostalgia. Perhaps that is why Red Hood was such a fan of this tune. Our hometown is far away. The blazing blue sky, the savory scent of the bakery, the laughter of friends. A gust of wind blows. Please tell my friends, my soul will return to the sky above our hometown. White clouds float across, please tell my friends. My bones will be buried in the earth under our hometown. Oh, the hometown I long for. The friends I miss. Even if the sky above us is forever gray, we'll return to our hometown. Someday. I had a hard time thinking of a melody that would be like this. Should I sing it to like a modern pop song? I don't think the lyrics really fit. I was thinking about it. For some reason, Espresso from Sabrina Carpenter came up in my head. I'm like, I don't think that matches. I don't think that matches. White clouds float across. Please tell my friends my bones will be buried in the earth. In the 𝙚arth? In the earth? Yeah, it doesn't match. I'm gonna stop. Sing it to Gnarly? No! Okay, so we still have to go this way. What happens if we don't eat the mushrooms? We're turning right. We see the mushrooms. We can taste them once. Is it supposed to be Red Hood and her hallucination then? Wait, why is this one not complete? If you eat the mushroom. Oh, the white flower. I have to do something here. So you follow the white flower. Oh! I have to get a different ending. Dang it. Okay. Alright. Let's not eat the mushroom then. No matter how badly she wants to see that woman, falling into a hallucination is a risky proposition. She puts the mushroom down and heads out of the forest. Oh, mystery person is the white flower. Having newly discovered the fragility of ungulates... Oh. Wait, that's all it does? Oh wait, let's do the don't taste them. Just bring the mushrooms home, let everyone hallucinate. Snow White feels that the mushrooms are bad news, so she puts them down and heads out of the forest. Having newly discovered the fragility of... Oh. Okay. I feel like we've done everything there that we can do for now. Proceed straight ahead. Walking forward, Snow White discovers a wooden cabin. She heads inside to look for any useful items. I'm actually gonna turn the eye tracker off for now. I don't feel like it really makes sense with the words. I'll turn it on again later. The cabin is entirely bereft of food and supplies. However, Snow White can ascertain from the antlers hanging on the wall and the bearskin on the floor that a hunter resided here. Scrawled directly on the table in red are the words, "Don't be the prey." Snow White turns back and heads into the forest. And that's all that was there? Alright, let's go left again then. Been a while since we read this one. This is where we got our first deer. On the left, Snow White sees a chain link fence. She walks towards it, intending to snip it into separate parts that could be used to make traps. She approaches the metal fence and sees a corpse draped over the top of it. The body is clothed in a camouflage outfit and carrying a bow and a backpack. I already own this item. Snow White cuts down the metal fence and sets the corpse on the floor. The duffel bag contains electrical wires, a phone, dry rations, a pail, and a map. Snow White looks at the bow and arrow. These weapons, along with the camouflage, might prove useful for hunting. She contemplates whether she should take them. Let's try to take everything. Snow White apologizes and takes the dry food, bow and arrow, and camouflage outfit. She must survive for the sake of her colleagues. If that means benefiting from someone else's death, then so be it. Snow White prepares to hunt. She starts to set up a trap using the metal wire she got from the fence. Being proficient with crafting, she succeeds in making a trap and resumes her hunting once again. Snow White returns to the spot where she saw the deer and sets the trap. The bleats of a deer can be heard in the distance. She decides to hide behind a tree and keep watch. To conceal herself, Snow White covers herself with leaves. Dang, we're really gonna get spotted this way. The unwieldy camouflage does not fool the deer. Just as it is about to approach the trap, it widens its eyes and flees the scene. Snow White watches in desperation as the escaping deer slowly disappears into the distance. No matter how long Snow White waits in hiding, the deer doesn't return. The trap she made only manages to catch a few small woodland critters. With the small animals in tow, Snow White trudges back towards the post. An escaped deer does not return. One needs to be well prepared. I love this soundtrack though. This one's just so nice. I feel like I could listen to this forever. How to catch an XP? I don't know. Put a box with some Hina Dojinshi under it. I know a lot of you would be falling for this trap. I know a lot of you would be falling for this. Okay, so we shoot with an ordinary rifle. Turn left again. And then let's put down the bag and leave. Snow White doesn't want her survival to come at the expense of someone else's life, so she decides to put down all the hunting props and leave. Snow White prepares to hunt. She sets up a trap. Wait, these ones are already complete. That was the only option? Oh, dang. We already did both of these. How many endings of this do we have left then? Is it just one? Can we go back to the... Oh yeah, we can go back to the flowers. Okay, taste the mushroom. And now we can follow the mysterious figure in white. The white flowers. Wait, what? Oh, we might have to do one or the other. To bid you farewell. Okay, I'll remember that this time. I didn't remember the name of it. I guess we have to move on to the other locations. Oops. Maybe I just have to click through till the end. Okay, let's just click through to the end of one of them. And then we can go to the other location instead. Dang, that's weird. I thought getting all the endings here would make it. Okay, riverbank. There are many things that can be caught between the water and the rocks. Scarlet appears before Snow White, who's on her way to explore the riverbank. Dost thou intend on rusticating by the riverside? Prithee, allow me to accompany you. Snow White nods. Scarlet is excited about getting to see some fish, which she hasn't seen in a while. Do you know how to fish? Yes. Teach a woman to fish and she feed the fish for her whole life and then she catch the fish and bring it home to be cooked. Snow White says yes, so Scarlet tells her to try making a fishing rod. Given thou doth intend on fabricating a fishing rod, I shall search for a suitable piece of wood. Scarlet begins looking for wood nearby and asks Snow White how long the tree branch should be cut. Tell her to cut it shorter. Tell her to cut it longer. Long? Long sounds good. Scarlet brings over a branch with the perfect length. Snow White is very satisfied. To make the fishing rod, she... takes out the metal wire she has with her. Did you know that's pronounced fish? I think I've heard that before. Snow White is good with her hands, and she manages to make a fishing rod using the metal wire and the tree branch. The two head to the river to begin fishing. Snow White uses the fishing rod. Don't worry, Scarlet. I got this. I got this. Snow White stands by the river with the fishing rod she's made. She closes her eyes and tries to sense the movements of the fish. You know how many fish I had to catch in Pal World? I know how to do this. Don't worry about it. A long time passes, but nothing happens. Snow White, whose eyes are closed, can feel Scarlet nodding off behind her. The fish also seem to have fallen asleep, as nothing is biting the rod. Dang it! Oh, we didn't catch the fish! The fish have fallen asleep. Seems fishing is more than making a fishing rod. Okay, well, I was thinking... I didn't know we had the wire. I was thinking that you choose the long stick and then she can like spear the fish with it, you know? Okay, so we're gonna make the metal wire. Okay, Scarlet. Bring us home. Bring us home some fish. Scarlet is surprised that Snow White handed the rod to her. As she lowers into the water, she proclaims that Snow White won't regret entrusting her with it. Scarlet says that no fish will come if she doesn't move the rod, and claims they can only catch a big fish if they shake the rod. She begins swinging the rod as she speaks. Almost immediately, they catch something. A pocket knife? Scarlet has caught a pocket knife. She hasn't seen something like this in a long time and stares at it, forlorn. Snow White recalls a memory with Scarlet from long ago. That day, they were starving. Though they had succeeded in their mission, additional supplies were taking a long time to arrive, as they were in a secluded place difficult for humans to reach. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. To a food lover like Snow White, enduring hunger is the worst form of torture imaginable. Suddenly, Scarlet tosses a pocket knife at the birds flying by. Scarlet takes the fallen bird and passes it to Snow White. Prithee, thou not be lost in melancholy. Grill this. The bird was tiny, but Snow White isn't concerned about whether it would be filling or not. Rather, she's shocked that Scarlet is willing to kill something merely because she's so hungry. Snow White mutters, "This is so cruel," which causes Scarlet to laugh. So killing a tiny bird is cruel, but killing a bigger bird is perfectly okay? It's not like that. Do not allow thyself to be vexed thusly about death. All lives have an end. Scarlet's nonchalance prompts Snow White to ask another question. How about us? Will we die as well? Scarlet chuckles. Flowers are fleetly fading. All things eventually come to an end. Scarlet stared at her katana. This is the lesson she gave me when she became my blade. When she became my blade? Flowers are fleetly fading. Flowers are fleetly fading. The tongue twister? Hello? Flowers are fleetly fading. Snow White utters, startling Scarlet. Thy memory of this still rings true? Snow White nods, sending a smile across Scarlet's face. Precisely. Nothing lasts forever, and we are no exception. With that, Scarlet hovers the rod over the river again. Behind her, Snow White stares at her quietly. I am the bone of my sword. Unlimited blade works. So hungry I can eat a horse. How hungry? How hungry? Small bird means edible bones. I wasn't thinking about that. If Marion was here, she would catch all the fish. Yeah. Okay, let's rummage through our pockets instead of making the fishing wire, the metal wire, the fishing wire. Snow White doesn't find anything she can use to make a fishing rod. She gives it some further thought and decides she can use the branch to make something else. Snow White passes the branch to Scarlet and tells her to sharpen one end. Dost thou intend on fashioning a fishing spear? After a while, they end up with a pretty decent fishing spear. Swish splash. The fishing spear embeds itself in the bottom of the river. Alas, another miss. Snow White and Scarlet continue throwing their self-made spear with all their might, but every throw ends up with it either stuck in the riverbed from excess force or moving erratically due to poor aim. Perhaps we should entertain the notion of returning to a fishing rod? As Snow White listens to Scarlet, she stares at the fish in the river. It swims away slowly, as if mocking them. Oh! She manages to catch a huge fish with her bare hands. The fish Snow White is holding tries to writhe free from her grip. I had no idea thou art capable of such feats. I figured I'd give it a shot, and it worked. Despite expending so much energy earlier, the thought of having a good meal later that night gives them both a second wind, and they begin catching fish with their bare hands. Both of them! Snow White fills the pail with fish and returns to the post full of delight, discreetly wiping the drool forming on the edges of her mouth. This is such a cute picture, like the two of them like catching the fish with their hands. Hi, Astera. Snow White would go hard in Fortnite, yeah. Hi, Finello. Let's see. Okay, back to the riverbank. Down, down, down by the river. Okay, so we make a fishing rod. Let's do a short tree branch. Snow White notices the branch is shorter than she expected. Scarlet asks if this is what Snow White actually wanted. Snow White ponders if she should use the branch for something else. Snow White passes the branch to Scarlet and tells her to sharpen one end. Dost thou intend on fashioning a fishing spear? After a while, they end up with a decent fishing spear. It's shorter this time, though. The fishing spear embeds itself in the bottom of the river. They just threw it in. Alas, another miss. Snow White and Scarlet continue throwing their self-made spear with all their might, but every throw ends up with it either stuck in the riverbed or from excess force or moving erratically due to poor aim. Okay, we read this part last time. This also just ends with them catching it with their hands. Alright. Hi, Instance. You were about to type what? Do you know how to fish? No, I don't know how to fish. You gotta teach me. Snow White answers no, so Scarlet says she'll personally make a fishing rod for Snow White. We shall require wood if we are to fashion a fishing rod. I'll look for some. Snow White looks around and fires her rifle at a tree that looks to be the right size. Huh? The tree sways a few times before collapsing on a pile of nearby rocks. I only required but a few tree branches. Oh. Whoops. The sight of Snow White obliterating the tree makes Scarlet feel slightly uneasy, but she feels somewhat reassured upon seeing how embarrassed Snow White seems for her slip-up. Scarlet runs over to fetch some branches from the fallen tree. Can we use this whole tree to fish? Snow White, please. However, Scarlet is unable to make a fishing rod due to her poor crafting skills. Feeling embarrassed, Scarlet says she'll try to fish with her sword. Scarlet stands by the river with her sword and lightly swings it at the fish lethargically swimming by. Whoops. The fish is cut in two and floats to the surface of the water. I doth believe there is validity to this idea yet. I shall swing it properly this time. Scarlet adjusts her stance and stands at the riverbank. Snow White is filled with a renewed sense of hope that they'll actually catch a bevy of fish, and her eyes sparkle. However, as Scarlet swings her sword with full force, the river is dyed a dreadful red as all the fish are sliced and diced. Both Scarlet and Snow White stare at the massacre silently and return to the post without a word. Scarlet, you're too strong! Look at the Snow White. Yeah, she's too busy honing the blade to craft items. Okay, we got a little bit more to go with that. Snow White knocking down the whole tree is so funny, though. Let's search the pile of rocks. Perchance there are canned goods buried under these rocks. Hast thou considered this? Scarlet, you can't just say perchance. Snow White nods and begins rummaging through the rock pile. After they move away some rocks, some supplies hidden under the pile are gradually revealed. Scarlet and Snow White exchange glances. Their hunch was right. Filled with a renewed sense of vigor, they begin lifting up more rocks. Just then, Snow White feels something. Uh-oh. Are there a bunch of bugs under the rock? I'm kind of scared. Oh, okay. It's a parasol. While looking at it, a memory of Dorothy resurfaces. Back when humans lived on the surface and not in the Ark, Dorothy loved using the parasol that had been given to them as a gift. Supplies were plentiful then. NIKKEs don't get tanned even if they're exposed to the sun, so Snow White was curious as to why Dorothy was using the parasol. Why do you need it anyway? It's not like we need it. With a smile, Dorothy answered her. If I use this place won't feel as much like a battlefield. Instead, it'll feel more like a warm and sunny Eden. Eden? How should I put it? It makes me feel important. When the Ark is built, we'll all be sheltered safely under the same parasol. Snow White couldn't make head or tail of what Dorothy was saying. Will the Ark really become our Eden? When peace is restored, will the humans want us to stay under the same parasol as them? Of course. As Snow White stared at Dorothy, her expression was full of such hope for the future that she couldn't bring herself to refute her in any way. Oh, Dorothy is just so hopeful. Oh, a parasol. Dorothy will be most smitten with this. Oh, that's Scarlet, hold on. Oh, a parasol. Dorothy will be most smitten with this. Scarlet proclaims as she approaches Snow White. Snow White nods quietly. Both of them feel like this will be the perfect gift for Dorothy, who's trying to do her best to be a fine leader. They bring the parasol back to the post. Oh. Life under the parasol. Rapunzel's probably in a different area we haven't gone to yet. Oh, we 100%ed the riverbank. Nice. Suburb. An untold number of painful memories remain within these collapsed buildings. Rapunzel appears before Snow White. Hey, there she is! Who's on her way to explore the church. Come with me today. I've been to the suburb. Snow White nods. You seem like they could come in handy. Fishing rod. Made by Scarlet, surprisingly durable. I didn't read these descriptions. Pocket knife. A pocket knife which is from the same series as the one Scarlet carries. Staring at it, Snow White recalls what Scarlet once said. All things eventually come to an end. Endowed with a natural proficiency in melee combat, Scarlet is well versed in wielding edged weapons. In her hands, even a small pocket knife can become a deadly weapon. A parasol owned by someone who lived near the river long ago. Dorothy once said that using the parasol made her feel as if she was basking in the warmth of the sun. It would be an appropriate gift for Dorothy, who has to deal with the pressures of being a leader. I think I clicked on that on accident. Anyway. Come with me today. I've been to the suburb. So, Snow White nods. Snow White and Rapunzel head to the outskirts and gaze at the structures demolished by raptors. They attempt to find a recognizable structure that they can check out. Let's go to the factory. The copied factory? The factory seems to be a former refuge for the humans. Although some parts of the building have collapsed, there are some blankets and canned goods scattered around. Rapunzel and Snow White venture further into the factory. The inside of the factory is littered with all manner of supplies, but the cans of food are either emptied or spoiled. Everything else is unsalvageable. Snow White and Rapunzel want to continue looking for things they can use, so they break open a door and walk in. When they break the locked door open and walk in, they see canned goods and other supplies all placed in a neat pile, although there aren't many of them. This must be the room that had been used as storage. Snow White and Rapunzel begin gathering up the canned goods. In the midst of their scavenging, Snow White discovers a book under the couch. Oh, book? Take the book. Sexy girl! It's Rapunzel's favorite kind of book! The book under the couch is a dirty magazine. What is this? Rapunzel walks over and stares at the magazine. Whoa! I thought this series ended already! Her eyes gleam as she speaks. Snow White suddenly remembers a previously forgotten memory of her, Rapunzel, and Red Hood. What are you showing Snow White? Rapunzel covers Snow White's eyes. Not being particular about her reading material, Red Hood has just passed a dirty magazine to Snow White. It was Red Hood! Rapunzel blushes and urges Red Hood to throw away this smut. Undeterred, Red Hood continues to tease Rapunzel with the racy magazine. Red Hood has that kind of personality. While Snow White watches them argue, she realizes the animosity between Red Hood and Rapunzel has given way to real friendship. You're not the slightest bit shy about reading this kind of stuff? Oh, you still remember that. Snow White nods and Rapunzel smiles. Oh wait, I think it was the opposite. How could I forget? After going through that, I don't think anyone else can make me feel embarrassed ever again. Rapunzel takes the dirty magazine from Snow White. I can read things even more salacious than this now. Red Hood would probably be shocked if she... Wait, who can? Red Hood would probably be shocked if she saw me now, wouldn't she? Actually, she's probably over the moon that she managed to influence me. Rapunzel returns the magazine to Snow White. I kept feeling like Red Hood was embarrassing me on purpose, so I was annoyed. But now, I kind of miss it. Rapunzel stops talking and begins collecting the rest of the scattered canned food. Meanwhile, Snow White watches her quietly. I think it was just Rapunzel talking in these sections. And then it was Snow White saying, "You're not the slightest bit shy about reading this kind of stuff." Oh, you still remember that? I think that's what it was, okay. That's crazy. A friendship she misses despite the embarrassment. One time, my friends, we did this weird thing where we all like we wrote parts of fan fiction, and then it got to a part of the fan fiction I didn't want to write, and then I stopped writing it. I was too embarrassed. I didn't want to show them. Sexy girls. Now, P, what did you write? Nothing important. Nothing important. Let's go back to the factory. Open a locked door and walk in. Leave the book alone. Ah, fine. The two are elated, as they didn't expect to find such a major haul. As Rapunzel looks at the canned goods, she remembers how the atmosphere at the post has been fairly gloomy lately. Dorothy has also been rather morose as well. Rapunzel suggests that they make some dishes and give everyone a pleasant surprise. Snow White agrees with the idea. Rapunzel begins cooking based on intuition. Oh no. A cookbook? We need a cookbook! Gotta do the cooking by the book. If the way is hazy. Rapunzel steps forward confidently, claiming she's always loved cooking, even as a human. As Snow White watches Rapunzel, she feels a little anxious. An unknown substance boils in the pot. What was once delicious food is now a disastrous pile of black mush. It can no longer even be considered food. What in the world did you put in there? I just made it the way I did before. Snow White is speechless. She snatches the final can of food before Rapunzel can destroy that as well and returns to the post. Oh, she's blushing! Meanwhile, Snow White, she's like, "You serious? Are you being for real right now?" Become a master in your own kitchen tomorrow? Suburb. Rapunzel appears before Snow White, who's on her way to explore the church. We have some stuff we didn't do at the factory. I think we can keep going there for a second. The factory seems to be a former refuge for the humans, although some parts of the building have collapsed. Let's go to walk in a room where the curtains are closed. In Japanese, Snow White calls Rapunzel a food terrorist in that scene. What? What is this? There are matches, extinguished candles, pictures of people hanging in the room. A line is written on the wall. May you rest in peace. This must be a place where they mourn the dead. The two look around for a while and leave after mourning for a short while. Rapunzel and Snow White light the candles with the matches on the floor and pray for a while. They then walk out of the room and open the locked door. When they break the locked door open and walk in, they see canned goods and other supplies all placed in a neat pile. Although, there aren't many of them. This must be a room that had been used as storage. Oh, wait, we're in the same area. Aw, man. We can't get any new, endings from this. Okay. No more going to the factory. We gotta go somewhere else. Become a master in your own kitchen tomorrow. Let's go to the apartment buildings. Hi, Nymus. Yeah, we're reading White Memory. Snow White and Rapunzel go to the apartment buildings to look for daily necessities, but most of them have been completely obliterated from the rapture attacks. There are only 3 houses they can still enter. Snow White enters the house on the left. Walking into the house on the left, the two find posters of the 𝙚ark and lots of lottery tickets scattered inside. The lottery tickets have "Try Again" printed on them. Amongst the pile, there's a cookbook. On the pages, sentences such as, "Recipes anyone can learn. Become a master in your own kitchen today," can be made out. Rapunzel says it would be nice if they can find food and make some dishes to bring back to the post. Snow White asks Rapunzel if she needs the cookbook. Rapunzel says, "Oh, she needs it. Oh, she needs it." "There's no harm in having a cookbook," Rapunzel says. Snow White agrees with her. Feeling they won't be able to find anything else in the house, they decide to check out the other houses. Let's do this first. Enter the house in the middle. They come to the house in the middle and see a bunch of empty cans piled up neatly in the corner of the empty room. It seems that someone else has been here. While most of the doors are either open or broken, they find one door that's tightly closed. Oh, this is scary! Have you guys ever read, The Road? It's also like a post-apocalyptic thing. It has like a movie too. And there's this one scene from the book, like I always remember, where like there's just these people in this house, like on this mattress, and they're all like starving to death, and it's so scary. I'm just like, oh, so scary. It's like forever in my mind. Let's try opening it. There's a bed in the room. On the bed lie 2 bodies, their fingers intertwined. Snow White and Rapunzel wordlessly look at the photo frame on the bedside table. A couple smiles happily in the picture. Seems like they're a couple. After looking at the picture for a while, Rapunzel says she wants to mourn the deceased and decides to take the photo frame with her. Wow, we found both of the items we needed! How sad. Yeah, now that I think about it, The Road, it's very like post-apocalyptic like this, and it's about like a guy and I think his son, and they're like walking around the world, and it's like, it's pretty scary. It's pretty interesting, but I feel like there are definitely like horror elements to it, because you know they're trying to like run for their lives and survive. Feeling they won't be able to find anything in the house, let's go to the other houses. The house on the right. The house on the right is entirely empty. Rapunzel posits the former residents must have taken refuge somewhere else. Snow White looks at the empty room and discovers a dried white flower that has fallen on the ground. There's a buzzing in her ear, then a voice rings out. This flower is more like you than me. Snow White? Rapunzel's voice brings Snow White back to reality. Despite Rapunzel's concern, Snow White insists everything is fine and tells her not to worry. Snow White then suggests they continue their search. Rapunzel agrees and walks away while Snow White picks up the dried flower on the ground. Pick it up! Pick it up! Oh, you've read it too, White? Yeah, it's a really good book. I liked it. Snow White feels an unprecedented wave of emotions and surreptitiously takes the dried white flower. Feeling they won't be able to find anything else in the house, they decide to... Okay, we can do some endings at the factory now. Okay. I think we break open the locked door. And then we can do the cooking with the cookbook. I do the cooking by the book. Rapunzel says she happened to have a cookbook handy that she'll follow. She announces she'll use this canned food to make something delicious, and goes out to start a fire. As Snow White watches Rapunzel, her anxiety slowly builds. Now she's got the drool face, look at that! The difference. An appetizing soup boils in the huge pot. Its aroma fills the factory, and Snow White begins to drool. Can I have a taste? Of course! Rapunzel confidently ladles some soup into a small can and passes it to Snow White. Snow White puts a spoonful of soup in her mouth. She's filled with pure ecstasy. How is it? Does it taste okay? It's wonderful. Rapunzel's mood improves when she sees Snow White's obvious delight. With the big pot and canned goods in tow, they return to the post triumphant. Full of pilk. Become a master in your own kitchen today. Would you drink Pepsi milk? Would you drink pilk? I don't think I would. That sounds really gross. I'll let 𝐚logo drink it all. I'm sure she would like it, you know. Okay, I think we can do the praying stuff now? Walk into the room where the curtains are closed. Take out the photo frame they got and begin praying. Rapunzel places the photo frame they got from the apartment building among the pictures on the floor and lights the candles with a match. Once all the candles are lit, Rapunzel kneels down quietly. Without a word, Snow White stands back and watches. Stay with Rapunzel. Good night, Orpheus! Pilk is surprisingly fine. It tastes like melted ice cream soda. I guess it kind of would, right? Like a root beer float. Let's stay with Rapunzel while she prays. The steps she failed to take, dang. Some of the requirements to getting these endings are kind of crazy. Snow White asks, why are you doing this? What? They're already dead. Rapunzel answers, death is not the end. The marks these people made during their lives will not disappear simply because they are no longer with us. Everything truly ends only when everyone who remembers them is gone. Rapunzel stands up and looks at Snow White. So, I decide to remember. I don't want them to be forgotten and for everything to come to an end and rob them of all meaning. So, I will keep praying to remember the precious lives they used to lead. I will acknowledge their deaths and bid them farewell. Death is not the end. The real end happens when one's existence is forgotten. Snow White falls into a deep thought. She's never thought of it that way. Rapunzel looks at Snow White, who's lost in thought, and kneels once again to pray. While Snow White watches Rapunzel pray, she asks, then, How do we bid someone farewell? Look them in the eyes and say to them, "Be well." The dating sim? I played a little bit of it. If you go back and look at my NIKKE art archive, I played, what is it? The 2x2 love event? I only played, what's her name? The girl with the long hair? The long blue hair. But yeah, it was a lot of reading. Arcana, yeah. So if you look in my like NIKKE archive, I played some of the Arcana arc. But it was a lot of reading. I don't know if we can do any more endings here. But we only have these left. So we do have to... Okay, we gotta figure out, what am I missing? The apartment buildings. We already checked all of these, though. Leave the dried flower on the ground. Feeling that keeping the flower will bring back some unpleasant memories, Snow White decides to avert her gaze. Okay. Did it... All the other houses in the middle, I think there might have been a door that I didn't go through. Or leave the door alone. For now, looking for supplies and food is the top priority. Upon picking up the familiar smell of death coming from inside, they decide not to open the door. Damn. Okay, what was the option at the house on the left? You don't need the cookbook. You're a good cook, Rapunzel, right? When it comes to cooking, all you need is intuition, Rapunzel says. Snow White decides to believe her. Feeling they won't be able to find anything else, they decide to, okay, well, we gotta go to the factory now. I know, they both have blue hair, so I had to specify. Give me stuff, please. Okay. What do we have to do in the factory that we haven't done yet? Okay, when you take out the photo frame... the steps she failed to take. How do we get that? Can I go back and do the stuff at the first ending yet? I forgot what it was called. Oh no. Meaningless hallucination and life under friendship she misses. To bid you farewell? I think it might have been this one that I needed. We need to expand the factory. I think I'm gonna try and go back here. Because we're missing one of the endings. I think that's what it was called. When you follow the white figure, you eat the mushroom. You follow the white flower. Yes, I can do it. Okay, cool. Snow White heads towards the white flower and sees a white figure. The faceless figure asks, "Can you see me?" Yes. The white figure smiles. "If you want to see me, you should come meet me, Snow White." What? How'd she know my name? Snow White opens her eyes. A towering tree stands before her. Something about this all seems oddly familiar. Snow White looks at her feet. As she does, a long-forgotten memory comes rushing back. On a day when fighting had no end in sight, she came over with a memory capsule and a sheet of paper. "Everyone, write down your wishes on these and place them in the memory capsule." They tore the sheets of paper into 7 pieces, wrote down their wishes, and placed them in the capsule. She buried the memory capsule in the ground and spoke. One day, when our job is finished, let's open it together. Under that enormous tree, she made a promise that would never come true. Snow White takes out the time capsule buried in the ground. There are 7 pieces of paper inside. I wish for the war to end, and for everyone to make it out safely. The day my role doth end, with the red flower I shall go. I wish the day would come when everyone knows our names. I want to have food and booze from my hometown. We will win. I hope Lilith will be safe. After reading 6 pieces of paper, Snow White opens the last one, which has been neatly folded. It's hers. I hope we can save humanity. Snow White ponders over the last words she ever wrote. I hope we can save humanity. Snow White places the pieces of paper back into the capsule and stands up. To commemorate her, Snow White decides to go to the meadow where she's buried. Dang, where Lilith is buried? So this one's Scarlet. The hometown one isn't that Rapunzel? This one is Snow White. One of these, so, and then we're missing what? Lilith, Red Hood. This is probably Red Hood, maybe? Lilith, Red Hood, and Dorothy. Is this Dorothy? And is this Red Hood? And is this Lilith? Red Hood is the country girl. I remember there was a big section we had with Rapunzel, though, where she said she, like, missed her hometown or something. Oh, the commander. I was missing one. I remember there was a part with Rapunzel where she, like, really misses, like, her home. Like, she wants to go home. And Dorothy asks her, oh, like, you want to go home? But am I supposed to infer that hometown is Red Hood from the one piece of lore we have about the going home, I guess? The day where everyone comes and everyone knows our names is Dorothy. Because Dorothy cares the most about recognition. Now, this is Scarlet purely because of the way she speaks. This is Commander. Hometown plus booze? I guess so. I don't know which one is Rapunzel then. I don't know which one is Rapunzel, if this one is Red Hood. Well, this has to be Lilith, and then this one would be Rapunzel. Was Rapunzel that taken by Lilith? Or was this one not Dorothy? But I thought this one would be Dorothy, because she wanted recognition so badly. Anyway, that's my take. Buried memory. Okay, we can go to the meadow now. Snow White walks towards the field. The sun rays cascade across the peaceful meadow. At the far end, there's a stone coffin, encircled by towering trees. It's there that she slumbers. Snow White gazes from afar, half in a daze. What happens if you go back? Just leave. She still doesn't have the courage to walk forward. Snow White goes back in hopes of finding something that will give her courage. That's it? That's the end of that one? That's not even an ending. Okay. Walk forward. Snow White holds the memory capsule. Although Snow White isn't confident about maintaining her composure whilst facing her, she musters the courage to step forward. There's a buzzing sound, then a voice rings out. You're Snow White, aren't you? Hello. I'm 𝙚. Remain stationary. Snow White remains where she is. She doesn't have the courage to move forward and meet her. I'm not ready. I don't deserve to see her. I haven't achieved anything at all. I can't even remember her face. Or her name. How can I possibly face her? Not yet. It's not the time. I can't face her... yet. Snow White fails to take another step. After taking the one step towards her, Snow White stops. The step she failed to take. She can only walk forward when she remembers her name. Well, I have these flowers. This isn't the lily-wise flowers. A desiccated white flower. It brings back memories of someone in the past, someone she misses greatly. The cookbook. While the frame has begun to deteriorate, the intense affection portrayed in the photo has not faded, not even in death. Oh, it's their framed wedding photo. Oh. Memory capsule carrying several slips of paper. NIKKEs from the goddess squad along with their commander have scribbled down their wishes on the paper slips. Those promises have been shattered. Even so, it fills their hearts with courage to move forward. Yeah, I love the music here. Not the dirty magazine. Red Hood's favorite magazine. It's a quarterly magazine featuring attractive, muscle-bound men and women in various states of undress. Specifically muscly. Rapunzel always went red in the face whenever she so much as glanced at the magazines, for which Red Hood always enjoyed teasing her. Now Red Hood is nowhere to be found, and those playful interactions are no more. Thinking of that evokes a sense of sorrow within Rapunzel. Kinniku, kinniku. Stay at the outpost. Oh, the stand guard? This? Today doesn't seem ideal for a search. Why not stay at the post and stand guard? Oh. Okay. Snow White feels that conditions are not ideal, so she calls off today's expedition and returns to her post. That's it! Oh, okay. Yeah, that's 17 out of 21. What an ending. I don't think there's anything else I can do in the meadow yet. I have to find stuff, right? Okay, so we have to go back over here. Does it say something else about the flowers? This is where the flowers are. I feel like I checked out all the houses. I might be able to do something here now. Take out the photo frame. Ah, here we go. Okay, cool. Is that another word? Snow White stands back and watches as Rapunzel kneels down quietly. Okay. Leave Rapunzel alone and explore another location. Snow White leaves Rapunzel behind and begins exploring the factory again. She smells the familiar scent of flowers. Snow White follows the scent and finds a door towards the back. Snow White opens the door. Snow White takes out the dried white flowers she got from the apartments and opens the door. As the door opens, a sea of white flowers greets Snow White. She knows the name of these flowers. They remind Snow White of her. Memories of her come rushing back. Memories Snow White has been wanting to forget. She was always fond of her. Being together with her was always a happy experience. Snow White was never happier than when they had chatted in the prairie full of flowers just like these. This flower has got the same name as you. Yes, that's where I got my name. Snow White loved that flower ever since. But now, it seems like this flower is more like you than me. No, this flower still resembles her. The pure, the purest, the strongest, and loveliest. Snow White. Lily Weiss. What? Snow White loves Lily Weiss this much? I guess they all loved her, though. Snow White runs towards the field of Lily Weiss before her. After staring at the flowers for a while as if in a daze, she sits down and caresses them. Can I go and see you? Please. The sky turns red. Snow White continues to cradle Lily Weiss in her arms, even when Rapunzel comes looking for her after praying. The beautiful Lily Weiss. Dead ninja. I'm sure that's exactly what she said. Snow White walks towards the field. The sun rays cascade across the peaceful meadow. At the far end, there's a stone coffin encircled by towering trees. It's there that she slumbers. Snow White gazes from afar, half in a daze. Walk forward. Snow White holds the memory capsule. Although Snow White isn't confident about maintaining her composure while spacing her, he musters the courage to step forward. There's a buzzing sound, then a voice rings out. You're Snow White, aren't you? Hello. I'm Li. Walk forward. Snow White looks at the Lily Weiss flower. It was Lily Weiss's favorite. I have to go. At long last, Snow White makes the step that she failed to take before. Leave with the flower. A coffin lies on the vast meadow, surrounded by soaring trees. Lily Weiss, the first NIKKE, the leader of the goddess squad, Snow White's hero, was stronger and more beautiful than everyone else. After a long journey, Snow White finally arrives before the slumbering Lily Weiss. Bunches of flowers adorn her grave. A grief-stricken Snow White salutes. Hello. Lily Weiss, my hero. Never did I feel I was in danger, so long as you were there on the battlefield with me. Never once did I retreat from anything. My honor was your honor, and your happiness was mine. So I didn't want to accept the fact that you won't be joining me on my future journey. I didn't want to accept the fact that I won't be able to see you laugh once again. But it's time to say farewell.
You gave me a mission. That mission alone proves you once existed in this world. It will be the reason this world remembers you and your great achievements. So please, my sister, my colleague, my soulmate, my hero, be well. Snow White places the lily-weiss flower on Lily-Weiss's coffin. Finally, she bids her farewell.
Okay, I am getting a bit teary-eyed at that, because she asked Rapunzel how to say goodbye to people, and then she said it right there. She's her sister? And she was the first NIKKE? Hello? Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. Leave with the flower. Sisters in arms. I was gonna say, aren't they all like not all sisters? As close as sisters. Oh, now we can look around. Snow White decides to check the surroundings. She slowly realizes that she's never given this place a proper once-over. As she started to move in the direction where she can see the 𝙚art. Bang! Snow White accidentally kicks something. Huh? She looks down and finds a dog tag. Yet another memory that had remained buried for so long resurfaces. Snow White remembers that person she's previously forgotten. He said he was a mercenary, but he didn't seem like the military type. He was the man who became our leader, who claimed that he would suppress the raptures. Commander. When did it begin? His bluntness and impertinence gave way to tenderness, and he began treating us like humans. I hope you don't get hurt again. Lily-Weiss kissed his dog tag. He gazed at her then, the affection evident in his eyes. At that moment, Snow White realized something. She was the one who changed him. Snow White picks up the dog tag beside her feet. His name is carved on it. Why is this here? Snow White can't bring herself to leave it here, so he decides to bring it to Lily-Weiss. Snow White remembers how she loved him just as much as he loved her. That was his girl, apparently. Look for Lily-Weiss's coffin. Walking out of the post, Snow White says goodbye to everyone and sets off on a long journey. Snow White decides to go to Lily-Weiss's coffin, which she's not visited in a long time. There's something she must tell Lily-Weiss before she leaves. With a heavy heart, Snow White comes to Lily-Weiss's coffin. She takes one step, and then another. Snow White accidentally kicks something. Huh? There's a familiar-looking piece of rock on the ground. It's the sharp corner of the coffin. Snow White lifts her head and looks at Lily-Weiss. It's gone. Her head is gone. In the shattered coffin, only her body remains. The white Lily-Weiss flower has black scuff marks from being trampled on. Desperately, Snow White searches her surroundings. It's gone. Why? How is this happening? Her face is gone.
Only her body is left. No one will remember her this way. I haven't achieved anything yet. I haven't accomplished anything she expected of me. Will her story really end so meaninglessly? No way. I refuse to accept this. This can't happen to her. Not to Lillyweiss. Clang, clang, clang. A sound echoes from somewhere. Bzzz. The sound of machines. Gray intruders that disturb the ground. Raptures. Raptures. The black marks upon the white flower. They say they took away her head. Exterminate them all. I will exterminate them all. I will find her head. I have to fulfill her legacy. What she wished for. I hope to save her legacy. I have to save the humans. I hope we can save... I have to save her legacy. I have to save the humans. I hope we can save the humans. Click. 𝙚light gets to her feet and walks forward. She will exterminate all the raptures on the surface and recover the human world. What is this? Hey, human? Hey? Head? Her coffin's so broken. The raptors really did this? Holy. Is that why she wrote it? Because that's what Lillyweiss wanted. Human head has disappeared. Her head has disappeared. Hidden ending. Well, that's it. Lillyweiss flower. A delicate flower that shimmers a pale white day and night. Lillyweiss. It came to be revealed that her name was derived from this flower. The flower, which is an integral part of memory between Lillyweiss and Snow White, is the key to facing her. You remember the last words of Lilith? She said something about remembering her? Or she said she loved them. She said, Minna daisuki. Does that mean Lilith wrote the one at the top? She wrote the one that says, I hope everyone survives? She left them a task? I don't remember what it was. Save the world, my final message, goodbye. That's what I remembered. Commander's dog tag. The dog tag worn by the commander of the goddess squad. It was discovered in the meadow near the entrance of the Ark. It reminds her of the kiss Lillyweiss gave to the commander as a prayer for his safety. Let's put the dog tag into her coffin to memorialize their fervent love. Their fervent love? Lilith has the same VA as Nanoha? I know, I clocked it right away. I'm like, that's either Yukari Tamura or Yui Okuda. But I'm glad. I like her voice a lot. Lillyweiss's voice. Yukari Tamura, my girl. I can understand why Commander was so smitten with her. That's my girl too. That's my girl too. Well, we're officially done with Overzone. Sorry, Dorothy. The Doro. Okay, let's what is it? the bond stories is through advise, right? We've only done Anis before. I think we did all of Anis's. I guess. Did we? I thought we did Rappies. Oh no, we did Anis's. Did we? Did we? Does someone remember what we did? I'm pretty sure that's what we did. Oh no, we did Rappies. We must have done Rappies. Yeah, we did Rappies. That's what we did. I think we were going to do Anis's, and I think we did some of it. I think we did some of it. We did our best. One could say we did our best, you know? Hold on, let me eat a few bites of my mac and cheese that's been sitting here. The tour guide of NIKKE. Fantastic voiceover, thank you, EDF. Mac and cheese, yeah, I made it earlier. Before stream. But I didn't eat it all, so... Anis would also drink some soda. I'm not gonna drink soda right now. I've had... I think it makes my voice worse. So, I'm not gonna drink soda right now. I'll save that for later. Soap tasting bread. Ooh. Maybe don't eat the soap tasting bread. Oh, like a burger. That sounds good. I guess we've already done Trip to the Ark. Did we? I don't even remember it. Maybe I should just play it. Let's just start from the beginning. Let me remember. I'm going to the Ark. Need anything? Nope. Can you get me the latest issue of Gunfire? Didn't manage to get my hands on one yet. Why? Can't you just read the digital version? There is no romance in the digital version. The book is not even made of paper. You mean there's romance in synthetic plastics? Of course. Everything with material form has potential for romance. Yeah. I'll get it for you. Anything you need, Commander? Something delicious. Good music! There's no such thing in the Ark. There's no such thing as good music! I've been living in the Ark my whole life. I read about the history of these things. Do you come from a rich family, Commander? No. You were born in the Ark, right? Yes. That doesn't make sense. We lost our memory, didn't we? Anyway, I could probably turn the eye tracker back on. Diabolical. Judging by your behavior, you're a typical rich kid who doesn't understand the ways of the world. But you were born in the Ark and aren't from a rich family. So you're either lying or something else is up. Anis, don't be so aggressive. I'm just very curious. In fact, I'm curious about that too. I bet you're curious too. Indeed. You hear that, Commander? We're all curious about you. Don't you want to tell us something? I don't remember anything. Huh? I only remember that I was born in the Ark.
Also, that I graduated from the military academy. Imagine spending your whole time in school and not remembering any of it. What did you even go to school for? The rest is all a blur. Memory loss. Or is it memory erasure?
Were you ever involved in an accident or something?
I think I once stayed in a hospital when I was born. Not a rich kid, but an ignorant fool? Anis. This won't do. Get ready to go outside, Commander. Let's take a trip to the Ark. A pretty girl will go with the naive commander and be his guide there. Perhaps he'll remember something during the trip.
I'll go with you too.
Count me in. Can't you see this is a date? Oh, that's right. It's a date. I'm fine on my own. Enjoy your time here, you two. Let's go, Commander. Oh, could you buy me a necklace on the way? They don't have to be expensive. It's just for my personal collection. So that's what you're after. Come here. You may find it interesting. This is the Ark. Yeah, this is like really beginning of NIKKE. Oh my gosh, what do you mean we haven't been to the Ark? And this is one of the most popular streets here. What's it called again? Anyway, we usually call it downtown. What do you think? It's very lively. It's a little too noisy. Right? It's famous for its mobile population. Which means anything can happen here. I've been here for promotional activities many times. Promoting? Huh? What am I talking about? Anyway, can you believe we're underground? People are lively and the weather is awesome. We're kind of worry-free, considering the fact that we lost to the raptors and started hiding underground. It really does kind of look like a normal city, you know? Like a really high-tech city, but a city still. Awesome weather. Is there a sky underground? Oh, that's just an image. A really big JPEG of the sky. A very large screen covers the whole Ark. And the sky is printed on it. It's called the Dome of Eternity. Or something. They put a lot of effort into that. It can show the day, night, clouds, sun, and moon. It changes every day. To reproduce what it's like above the surface. Does it show anything else? No. But it used to. I don't remember when, but one day the Big Three put a 1-minute ad on. And that caused a huge stir. Kids learned that the sky was only an image and it hit them hard. They freaked out and panicked. Adults were reminded that they live underground and depression surged. When they start putting ads in the sky, depression's gonna be at an all-time high, you know? Well, we're still living on the surface, so maybe it's worse, but... or it's better. You know, not as extreme. The death toll broke the record that year. Anyway, the sky started to be nothing but a sky since then. Does it rain or snow here? Well... Here it comes. Rain falls from the sky. Dang, this is just like a summer storm, you know? Like in the middle of the day, it just starts raining. It's raining. Should we take shelter from the rain? Standing under a shop's eave with Anis, I see something strange. Most people are walking around to avoid the rain, but some people are stretching their arms out and looking at the sky. Those are the people who remember. They know the feeling of real rain on the surface. Look at them. They don't look young. I see what you mean. Maybe for the sake of those people, or just in the hopes of taking the surface back someday. It sometimes rains or snows, but it's all artificial, of course. The drainage facilities don't work well underground, so it'll be hard to deal with after the show. Look at the people in the rain. The expression on their faces. Indescribable. They seem to be smiling and crying. Maybe they think that's how it should be. What do you think, Anis? I'd say... I don't care. Anyway, I won't tell you what I'm really thinking. Let me see. I heard it'll go on for another hour. I can't stand here for that long. Let's find a place to hide. A place where we can be a little more cozy. If you're thinking about something inappropriate, you're wasting your time. Are you hungry? Let's get something to eat. Oh, that's where we went. Okay. I do remember now. I remember that episode. What would you like to eat? What do they have? Do they have hamburger? They have ice cream! Look at the ice cream and the bacon, coffee, or burger. What is that back there? Tacos? Well, they really got everything here. This is a fast food restaurant. So, and they have things a fast food restaurant usually has. Oh, and there's a menu. Anis passes me the menu. There are many options. I decided to order something with the best label. Oh, like osusume? Like recommended? Cheeseburger set. Milkshake special. Ooh, no, it's gotta be the cheeseburger set. I love sweets, but... cheeseburger. I'll have that too. Would you like anything else? Nope. That's all. 20 minutes later. I tasted the food we ordered. It tastes just like how I imagined. Is it good? Yes. I can't tell by just that bite. Really? I think so. Commander? Do you know how they make food in the Ark? I guess I don't. Question mark, question mark?
And there's no farms, seas, or barns here. Where do they get food like burgers and milkshakes? From the surface? No. No. The surface is the raptor's lair now. How could anyone take enough food to feed millions of people from there? The surface is extremely dangerous. And civilization on the surface has collapsed. No one can produce that much food. Then... have you heard of 𝙚logman? It looks like cognac. Ugh, 𝙚logman. Ugh, cognac. I tried it a few times at the military academy. It's the wonder food of the Ark. And its recipe is a secret. No one knows how it's made or what it's made from. That's suspicious. What are we eating? It has no taste, only texture. It has all the nutrition humans need, and theoretically, you can live to be 100 by eating it. All food in the Ark is made from 𝙚logman. All you have to do is put things in 𝙚logman and rub it like this to make it like other food. And they put all the artificial materials in, of course. Oh my god, shadow bringers. Yeah, like 𝙚l. What's 𝙚l made out of, huh? Cognac. Bleh. Bleh. So it means it's not real. We're putting fake food in our mouths as if it's real. Fake. But can people like you who were born and raised in the Ark identify what's real and what's fake? Do you know how real food tastes? Fake or real, it's all in your head. There's no need to feel uncomfortable or awkward about it. Just enjoy the tasty food before you. And that's how you live worry-free. Is there any real food? And there is. Some might be lucky enough to bring some from the surface. There are small plantations in the Ark and some places that make cultured meat. But they are extremely expensive. Ordinary people don't even dare to dream about it. This is just like the square watermelons in Japan. You guys know about those? The square watermelons? I want to eat one. A square watermelon and a muskmelon? They have to be good, right? Someday. Like the super expensive, like $300 watermelon or something. I don't know how much money it is. It's something like that. It's something crazy. They aren't for eating. What? Wait, they're inedible? Wait, you can't eat it? Oh no, I didn't know that. Why did they make them then? Eh? What the hell? Some people who tried them said the real food tastes different, but there's not that much different from the fake stuff. They're really just decorative? I thought there were some that were sweet. You know, like the muskmelon. Humanity's hubris. Dang. I want to eat it. I want to eat the forbidden square watermelon. It's not fair.
So why not choose cheaper and delicious fake food? Production of this fake food has never been more efficient. It's fake, but it keeps millions of people from starving. Right. It's all because of the big three. Elysion, Missilus Industry, Tetraline. You've heard about them, Commander. Only they can produce NIKKEs. It's safe to say that the art grows because of them. They don't just produce NIKKEs. Each company has its own expertise. Let me think. I remember Elysion's expertise is military supplies, food, and transportation. Tetra's are entertainment, clothes, daily necessities. The rest are all Missilus's fields, I think. You! Anyway.
P, where did you look? I didn't look anywhere! I didn't look anywhere.
Anyway. Thanks to those companies, life in the Ark becomes richer. Food and other things can be produced in batches. They say our current level of technology is 100 years ahead of time compared to when we first moved underground. All in all, this world is perfectly habitable. Of course, there may be some aggressive behavior from the big companies. Our great central government keeps its eyes on the big three.
What about the materials?
Mass production always requires materials. Where do they get them? From the surface. Huh. And that's why they keep making commanders and NIKKEs. We need to go to the surface regularly to make sure we have a steady supply of materials. We live underground, after all. You only get stones no matter how you dig, so there's not much we can use or do around here. Technology will become better with time. Production can be maximized with minimal resources. But there's a limit. Resources on the surface are limited. No one knows how long life in the Ark can be sustained. And that's why they desperately want to take the surface back. I wonder when they can take it back, though.
Are we making much progress up there?
Minimal. We managed to capture one spot, but lose it soon after. Happens every time. Humans haven't recovered even 1 square meter of the surface.
What about the outpost? That's technically the surface, right?
Not the best topic to talk about while eating,
That's okay. Oh, outpost is underground?
Is it? Great. I heard the rain will stop in 20 seconds.
20 seconds?! I look outside the window. After a while, the rain stops.
Alright, let's go. Next stop. How about Royal Road?
Why does that sound like a Mario Kart stage? Thank you for subscribing. Subscribing? Hello? Subscribing? Islin? Outpost is on the edge of the arc. Okay. I just remember they made it sound like really inconvenient when they put us there. They were like, you gotta live at the worst place in the arc, you know? Subscribing? Yes. Welcome to the Hell Zone. Welcome to the levelings. Unofficial social classes. This is Royal Road. Proof of stake. Good morning. What does that say? Hold on. Raise a cup to National Coffee Day. Oh, okay, sure. Raise a cup to National Coffee Day. Sorry, I had to like go super close to my monitor. Royal Casino. Some regular shops, I guess. The Wonderful Company. Something Hotel.
It doesn't seem different from downtown, does it? But it's actually entirely different.
It's so quiet.
Yes! Despite all the people wandering around, it's eerily quiet. This is where the chosen citizens, sovereigns, spend their money.
Oh. Sovereigns. Chosen citizens? This is the first time I've run across this lore, specifically. Sovereigns.
Before I tell you about sovereigns, let me explain the social classes of ARC citizens. Basically, all ARC citizens are implanted with identification chips to live. The chip could be in the arm, ear, or some other place.
You don't know where it is? It's different for everyone? That's kind of creepy. Maybe they're trying to discourage people like digging them out. You know? But couldn't you just get a... I don't know, like a detector of some sort? That's crazy. Ooh. Never had a clear picture of where the outpost is. It's like the Ark is a giant cavern, and the outposts are like bulwarks that attract raptors to go underground before the Ark.
But usually it's in the neck. Uh-oh. In the neck? Only people with identification chips are seen as ARC citizens and can use the various facilities in the ARC. Non-citizens can't do that. Since every citizen has to get one, the identification chips are basically free. But what is human nature? Humans always want a higher status over their peers. So people started to spend their money on identification chips.
What? Hi, Virtuoso.
The functionalities of these chips are the same, so people started changing the material or design. And this is not a joke. You can have a famous designer or use natural materials. All kinds of things. An identification chip like that could be worth several billion credits.
Billion?
Yes. What's a way to satisfy oneself, huh? And then an interesting thing happened. According to the chip's worth, people created classes.
Oh man.
And the sovereign and
Quotidian?
quotidian classes appeared. Sovereigns are the rich and wealthy, while quotidians are, well, the rest.
Only sovereigns have expensive chips, while quotidians settle for free or reasonably priced chips. That's not hard to understand, right? That's so... ridiculous? Well, either way, that's how things have shaken out. It brought more convenience to the sovereigns and some ordinary perks for quotidians as well. Meanwhile, many people were against such an idea, and the central government also strongly discouraged the classification. You're our sovereign. Now, let's think. What kind of people are sovereigns? They're rich. So rich that they don't even know how to spend it all. There were massive protests, but no one could do a thing about it. Then, it became a rule in the Ark. Quotidians were fiercely against the classification. Because they couldn't accept being deprived of privileges. Later, the central government appointed an area exclusively for sovereigns to reside in. That must be this royal road. Now, it's only a luxury shopping street, though. Why's that? What's the fun of living around your peers? I'm rich and you're rich. Everyone who lives here is rich. That's boring. I couldn't get a sense of superiority over the others. So, the sovereigns spread out to live in various places in the Ark, leaving this street empty with luxury stores targeted towards them. And since then, preferential politics for sovereigns have been banned, and sovereigns must share the same level of facilities as quotidians. Anything that violates the rule is considered a crime. In JP, it's just formal and normal citizens? Oh, okay. So sovereigns and quotidians are no longer a thing. It was never a thing in the first place. The rich made it up and tried to make it a thing. But there are some people that still hold on to that. The people that are entitled and want to be different from the ordinary. The title of official citizen is worth noting, with some indirect effects on life. So, the government decided to let it be. A vainglorious title would be a cheaper way to appease the rich. How pointless. Yeah. Alright, let's shop here. Huh? Only this place sells the necklace I talked about. Yeah, you really need a necklace, huh? Oh, don't be nervous. It's not that expensive. What kind of necklace is it? Welcome. Are the new TT Star arrivals in stock? TT Star? Sure. Would you like to have a look? No need. Pack it up. Sure. Will the commander here pay the bill? Pay the bill? What are you talking about? Yes. Okay. The model had a nice shoot this time as well. She's getting better. A nice shoot? Wait, did I say it wrong? Isn't it T star? T T dot T dot T dot T dot. Oh, is that what it's supposed to be? Dang, I've never said it out loud before. Wait, that's kind of crazy. Is that actually the purpose? TT star.
Yes, the full name is Twinkle TriStar. It was an idol group and has been disbanded for a while. One of the members joined the jewelry industry. Both its price and design are good, so the brand has many followers, including me. I've done my job. Shall we go back?
So she likes the disbanded idol group. Huh. Okay. Is this the end of the trip?
Yes. I call it a trip, but we didn't go many places. It'll be indeed a bit ungrateful if I take your gift and go home. Let me think. The next stop... Oh, check that out. A man was arrested.
I turn to where Anis is pointing at. 2 armed soldiers are taking away a man in shabby clothes.
Looks like he tried to steal something. There are a lot of high-value products here. After all that work sneaking in. What a shame.
After all that work sneaking in? After all that work sneaking in?
Yup. What do you mean? Remember when I said that there are 2 chip classes? Sovereigns and quotidians? And there's a 3rd one. Outlaws. People who don't have identification chips.
Some people don't have one.
Many. I heard they make up about 10% of the Ark's population. But this number is not from the official statistics, so the actual number should be higher.
You said only people with chips could use facilities. I thought they were free!
I did.
Then how do outlaws live in the Ark?
They don't.
What?
Outlaws live on the fringe of the Ark. The outer rim.
Huh. Okay. I actually have to take a quick break real quick. It shouldn't be that long. I'm also just gonna refill my water and stuff. I'll be right back, and then we'll start reading this again.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Wait, why does it show that? Why does it show that? Hello?
Hello. I'm back. I'm so back. There we go. There we go.
Turn the NIKKE background back on. Thank you, thank you. I'm hydrated, XP. 𝙚 yes. 𝙚, she keeps... she keeps sneaking in my room, and my door, like, opens inward. And so if she's stuck in my room and I close my door, then when I open my door, like, she stands right behind it, like she wants to get out. And so I accidentally hit her with the door while I'm trying to open it because she's standing right there because she snuck in without me knowing. She's too silly. I did that to her like yesterday or something. I was like, oh my god, when did you get in here? And she scares me too. I'm like, you're not supposed to be in here. When did you get in here? Anyway. Social classes, huh? People in the Outer Rim. It's crazy that they planned her idol unit so far ahead though. I agree. I had no idea. �bgm? She doesn't really stay still too much. The gate to the Outer Rim will open soon. Behind the gate is the government-appointed hazardous area. Please be careful not to enter by mistake. Thank you. The rickety gate slowly opens. Are you sure about this? Uh-oh. Yeah, I am. This is crazy. Like I said, don't blame me for whatever happens in there. Got it? An hour ago. I want to see the Outer Rim. I thought so. Commander, the Outer Rim is an area of enemy. The place is filthy, and all kinds of criminals are there. More importantly, there's no law. Oh. Even the central government gave up on managing the Outer Rim. Once you go in there, there's no guarantee that you'll come back safely. And not even for a soldier. I still want to go. Yes, the place. Why? I want to see everything. Commander is not like me. If someone told me it was dangerous, I'd be like, okay, I don't need to go. At the very least, you can't see those people in agony and decide to sacrifice yourself to save them. Deal? Fine. I can take you there, but you must follow the rules. Don't look around. What? Don't talk loudly. Don't look at anyone. Well, we're not following these rules, Anis. I'm sorry. Don't give or take anything. Oh, I can't take people's mixtape. And lastly, follow me closely at all times. Got it? And this is the Outer Rim. Whoa. There are no buildings left intact here. Or anything that could be called a facility. Can't even get electricity running here. There's an indescribable stink in the air, too. See those people over there? Anis points at a group of people.
They're sitting around a fire. They don't care about us at all. So we can explore this area for a bit before leaving. Why would such a place exist? I don't know the details. I only know that people used to dump waste here. They couldn't dump it inside the Ark, so they chose the Outer Rim. People without identification chips can't stay in the Ark, so they gradually gather here. Dang, this is crazy. The more and more people joined in, and now here we are. Why don't they have chips? Because they committed crimes before. Oh. Once you commit a crime, you lose the identification chip. Oh, we've seen this background before. Without the chip, you can't live normally in the Ark. So, people who got tired of that kind of life came to the Outer Rim. Then, the people here started to have kids as the group grew bigger. And of course, those kids were born without identification chips. Can't they get them though? I guess not. And the group keeps growing bigger. Most people want to get into the Ark because of these dreadful living conditions here. I hear there are often cases of people buying illegal chips. How is that possible? There are ways to buy unofficially authorized identification chips. Or to forcibly remove identification chips from a body. Forcibly? Didn't I tell you where the chips are planted? Chips are usually implanted in arms or ears. I thought you said necks. So the outlaws will sneak into the Ark and cut off the whole body part. What the hell? Didn't she say that the chips were in the necks? Not the arms or the ears. People are... Oh my god. Just removing the chip requires high technology. So they just cut the whole body part off. But if the chip is on the neck, that person might die if you can't cut the chip out properly. Oh, they used to be in the arms. Okay. That means they have to kill them. But such cases often end up in the rehabilitation center. Or worse. So it's not worth it. What do people do here for a living? All sorts of things, I heard. And they can't get into the Ark, so they often go to the surface. The surface? Yes. To gather rapture NIKKE parts. I heard they mainly live off selling parts to dealers. That sounds dangerous. Yeah. And that's just one thing they do for a living. Most things they do are usually called crimes. Called crimes? And that's why there's a thick wall between the Ark and the Outer Rim. It looks really thick. That's all I have to say. The wall exists for another reason. There's a terrorist organization called the Heavenly Ascension in the Outer Rim. Oh, I know them. I know them. They campaign for human rights of people without identification chips. I heard they're growing bigger, and the central government is keeping an eye on them. Remember the train crash disaster earlier? That was them. Huh? Stand beside me, Commander.
A group of people is walking towards us.
They seem hostile.
Check this out.
What?
Are you from the outside?
Why do you care?
Do you know who's today's arena champion is?
Red dots. I told you they'd win.
Ugh, I think it's time for them to lose.
Alright, give me the wine.
Don't drink too much, huh? They totter away. How did she know?
Uh-oh.
Jump scare! Jump scare! Jump scare!
Uh-oh. I was alert for nothing.
Hey.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
What are you doing here?
Sightseeing?
Get out.
I was planning to.
Anis and I turned to leave. If anyone asks, don't say sightseeing. You'll die. Dealing is a better answer.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm getting old. Do you have other places you want to go?
Let's go home. I'm traumatized.
Yeah, it's getting late. I've talked too much today. It's wearing me out.
That was crazy. I did not expect to see her. Evil ass.
We're back! Oh?
Is everything okay?
Yes. Just took a sightseeing tour. That's no fun. Where's my magazine? I put it on the table. Not bad. I thought you'd forget about it. Yeah. I'm gonna hit the shower. Hi, Bubbles. Can I use the bathroom, Commander?
Sure.
Ew. Thanks. I'm so tired.
Ani slowly walks away. Where have you been?
Downtown, a cafeteria, and to the Royal Road.
And the Outer Rim.
I shouldn't be saying that!
You're lucky to return safely.
Wow, you've been to the Outer Rim as well? What a strange tour route.
So, did you recall anything?
No.
I knew it. Well, you must be tired. Have a good rest.
I lie on the sofa. It's been a long, exhausting day. You came upstairs so fast. I look up and see Anis, who'd just come out of the shower. Oh, you're tired. Then, take a shower before you sleep. You'll catch a cold if you go to bed now. You're not that tired, right?
Only a little bit.
Anis opens the fridge and takes out a bottle of soda.
Soda! She sits on the sofa across from me.
Oh, what did you think of today?
What do you mean?
How's the world we live in? Tell me what you really think.
I sense hope.
Did you? Then, what's your plan for the future?
I'll take it one day at a time. I'll try my best to live.
I see.
Anis drinks her soda quietly. After a while, Anis opens her mouth to speak again. I thought I was supposed to go shower! Blech. Burps. Huh?
Sorry about that.
Oh, he's so cute.
Commander, I don't feel much for this world. And I don't know what the future holds or what I'll do. I don't feel like I was born to live. But I don't want to die either. I'm afraid of dying. I somehow became a NIKKE and went through so much. I think I've emerged stronger. My will was stronger and tougher. But I still don't know why I live. In that state, strengthening your will is the only method of survival. But I don't think anything will change. Anyway, from that perspective, I think today was very meaningful. I don't just take any Tom, Dick, or Harry on tour. Thanks for following, Cheese. Not even if they specifically asked me to. But I did that for you.
Anis locks eyes with me.
Commander, you really don't know anything, do you? This is an unknown world for you. But that can't stop you from doing anything you decide to do. I admire that because I'm not that kind of person. So, can you keep me around?
I'll have you for as long as you hold that belief.
What a straightforward answer. Treat NIKKEs with respect. Thank them. And don't abuse your power. That's all I hope for in a commander.
Oh.
No one has been like that so far. Perhaps you've charmed me, Commander. Don't die, Commander. I'll be very sad if you do.
I'll say the same to you, Anis.
Even if I die, I'll always have another chance, as long as my head is still intact.
Oh! Oh, that brings meaning to what we just saw as well. With Lillyweiss? Oh my god.
Go get some rest. I'll go downstairs.
Anis.
Huh?
Thank you for what you did for me today.
Anis leaves my room.
I should hit the shower and go to bed now.
Commander, if you're not too tired, how about we share a can of beer?
After you just drank soda! You should drink one or the other.
share one can of beer? Just one? I mean, I guess. I guess. Okay, we have to do Neon. We have to be fair because we have to... What do we give her? Give her these? Just auto-select?
師匠のためなら銃弾だって欲しくありません。師匠に向けた
I have to do these more often.
さらに強くなりました。
強くになりました。
師匠の
I already did Rothy's, yeah.
火力でお返しできるようこれからも頑張ります。
She's so cute.
師匠に向けた私の火力がさらに強くなりました。師匠の教えを無駄にしないためにも火力でお返しできるようこれからも頑張ります。
It's always about firepower with her.
師匠のためなら銃弾だって欲しくありません。
Oh, that's
師匠の
reused.
ためなら銃弾だって師匠の教えを無駄にしないためにも火力でお返しできるようこれからも頑張ります。
Oh, 5 advice session? Oh, wait, no, this one. This one, right? I think you just mean... 10. You can do all at once? Oh, I didn't realize, sorry. Legendary gun. This and this. Assemble them like this. I hear some strange sounds in my sleep. Okay, it's done. Now, put this into the shell casing. There! Finally. This seems rather strange. Neon? Ah! Master! You're finally awake! I look around. The room is littered with black powder, ammunition, and shell casings. What are you doing in here? Well, I am moving towards extreme firepower, as usual. In my room? Yes, in your room, Master. If I do it in my room, it'll disturb the others' sleep. I see. Anyway, since you're up, please take a look at this, Master. And this is the ultimate ammo that I've been working on all week. I finally finished it. Neon excitedly shows me a huge shell. It's a well-made shell. It's as big as a forearm, though. Awesome. I know, right? I worked hard on it. I feel like it's my own little baby. And speaking of my baby, Neon goes on and on about features and specification. And that's why this baby represents real firepower. This is what the firepower should look like. No, scratch that. This is the very definition of firepower itself. When it hits, the detonator bursts, and the gunpowder ignites. And then, the bullet contained within the shell will burst out. Whoever sees the shell pass by will cry out, "Ah! The Lord of Firepower has come!" However, there's still one itty-bitty problem. No known gun is strong enough to fire it. It's so unfortunate. My baby is born to be the incarnation of firepower, but no gun can handle it. So, now I'm going to find a gun that can. Sounds like there isn't a gun that can. Hi, child. No, there has to be one. I'm sure somebody else in the world has also yearned to fire such a powerful shell. Just you wait. I will definitely find that gun. And, Master, you'll have to go on that journey with me. You have to witness my baby becoming the Lord of Firepower. Alright.
Neon walks out of my room with a determined expression. She doesn't even clean the stuff she left, either. 2 days later, my room still smells of gunpowder. I have to go to Yan's and buy some air freshener to get rid of the smell. The moment the door opens... I bumped into Neon.
Master?
Are you alright?
I found it! I found the gun that can handle my baby!
Oh?
So, you actually found a gun that can shoot your... ammo? Yes! Well, if it can shoot shells the size of my arm, you can't really call it a gun anymore, can you? Here, look at this!
Neon points to the screen. It's displaying a website.
What website is that? It's one of my favorites. It's called Gun Lovers.
Oh, she's on the gun lovers forum.
I posted a question asking if there are any guns that can handle something as big as my baby. Someone left a comment.
Wow, only the legendary gun can handle this kind of bullet.
See? It exists. The legendary gun. This guy is obviously making fun of you. Just look at the comments below.
Legendary gun. Lol. Ha 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 ha.
They're all laughing at you. Anis, look at that one. What are you laughing at? The legendary gun is real. I have it at my house. And you believe that? Why wouldn't I? They're being sarcastic. How can you not see it? The person who left this comment is very active on Gun Lovers. They're always sharing lots of extremely useful, well-organized firepower info. Their comments must be trustworthy. Just how dense are you exactly? There are no bad people or liars among firepower lovers. I'm going to go find this person. So, everybody, will you join me? Let's go on an adventure. A quest for the legendary gun. I'm busy. Busy? With what? I'm busy, going to bed. What about you, Rappy?
I have some documents to sort out.
I see. Fine. But don't be sad when you miss out. When I get the legendary gun and gain the ultimate firepower, you'll see what you missed out on. I will never share it with you. Is that even something you can share? Let's go, Master!
Neon storms off. It sounded like she ordered me to go with her just now. I must have misheard it, right?
Nope. I think you heard her right.
Come on, Commander. Go together?
Woo!
I still have a lot of documents to sort out. Wait, so are they coming or nah? I guess not. She reminds you of Aris? I think it's the way I started reading it. Something about the way Neon was speaking, it's just like, it was so... She gives off like such a naive vibe, but it's very like charming too.
A legendary gun?
That's your commission for us?
Yes. What? You can't do it? No. Not enough information. Indeed. That's a bit far-fetched to regard an online comment as intel. And what is this legendary gun? Some kid's joke?
Milk. Oh, I'm sorry. Kids can't shoot, so it's not a kid's joke. It's an adult's joke. Thank you so much for clarifying. Why are you looking for it?
I'm just curious.
I see.
Explore. Try. Oh, really? I'll commission. Accept. Especially NIKKE's commissions.
Well, we can't promise you good news, but we'll try to find it. And for now, just sit tight and wait.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Exia should be good at this kind of thing, right? Hacking, tracking, stuff like that. You're talking about the legendary gun? You can get that by ranking in the top 11 in the Southern Front and collecting materials in a spontaneous event after clearing a raid with 48 people.
Oh, Exia.
Huh? The spontaneous event is not easy, but you can organize an extra group to deal with it. Huh?
Aren't you asking about the final quest?
No!
Then... what?
It's from a comment on gun lovers. It says that someone has a legendary gun, so I want to meet that person. But I don't know anything about them.
So, you want me to find their identity?
Yes!
Hey, noob. You do know that it's illegal to hack someone's identity like that, don't you?
Yes. 聞いたことない. I've never heard of that. I never heard of that.
You know that and you still want me to do this? So, you're a corrupt commander. Got it. Let's test the limits of the law then. Her face, her little smirk.
1 minute later.
1 minute!
Done. Wow! So fast!
Go to the address I just sent you. There, you'll meet the man who says they own the legendary gun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Why is Drake? What do you want?
Excuse me, are you the one who owns the legendary gun?
Yes. Let me guess. You want it. Well, everyone who wants it has to do one thing first.
Everyone? No exceptions?
Yes. And that one thing is... defeat me! Fair and square!
Oh, a classic fair and square competition. Winner takes all. Excellent.
Now, I will reveal the nature of our challenge. Drake is carrying a huge block and is having quite a hard time of it. Whoever smashes their block will catch your breath first. Okay. 5 minutes later, we each have a block in front of us. The first one to blow theirs to bits with a gun wins.
Huh. But, Drake, is it just me or... I think the block in front of me looks obviously bigger.
Oh, it just looks that way because of the angles. It's called forced perspective.
This idiot! But the bottoms of the blocks line up.
Oh, it just looks that way because of, temporal relativity. Temporal relativity.
What? I thought we agreed to fight fair and square.
This is just a home field advantage.
I refuse to accept this as a fair fight.
Well, you have to. Fine, whatever. I'll give you a head start then.
How much?
How about 3 seconds?
You never intended to hand over the legendary gun at all, did you?
Indeed not.
I see. In that case, I'm ready to begin.
Good. I'll start 3 seconds after you.
Bam, bam, bam.
The block in front of Neon is in pieces. Drake hasn't even taken out her gun yet.
Give me the gun.
Can't we just call it a draw?
Give me the gun.
Drake hesitates for a moment, then hands over her gun.
What is this?
I am a legendary NIKKE, so any gun I use is naturally a legendary gun. Here, you've won this legendary gun, fair and square. Go on, take it. Neon looks at Drake with dark eyes and knocks the gun away.
Give me the gun.
What? I already told you. I am a legendary NIKKE, so any gun I use is naturally a legendary gun.
I don't care. Give me the gun. The legendary gun.
I don't have a legendary gun. Sorry.
Master, let's go back. It's a waste of time dealing with such a weak, mean person.
What? Are you trying to insult me?
Then give me the gun!
Sorry.
So your grand trip was for nothing? Yes. Look, I told you there wasn't some kind of legendary gun out there.
Do you have any other clues?
All the clues were nonsense to begin with.
The door opens and Maxwell comes in.
Hello?
Maxwell?
Drake said that you've been looking for the legendary gun? Ah, that information proved to be wrong. I might have some intel about it. Wanna hear? Oh? I feel like we already know how this is going to end.
Do we? Clues to the legendary gun.
There's a rumor circulating around the Ark like an urban legend. It's said that there's a legendary gun somewhere out there. A gun that can fire any kind of ammo and will never malfunction. It can fly too, and repair itself. Oh! The way she says, oh, I can barely believe they're only talking about guns. The Senatist was worried that the super strong power would fall into the wrong hands, so it was divided into 3 pieces, which were sealed in different places around the world.
Why does this sounds like an anime plot?
That is to say, in order to complete the legendary gun, you'll have to collect all 3 pieces. Collect all 3 pieces? What is this? Some kind of trading card game? And what is this Senatus? Where are the parts then? The locations of the parts is recorded in some ancient documents. We've analyzed the documents and produced some coordinates. I am completely speechless. Here, take it, Neon. Go and begin your search. Wow! Really? Can I really take this? Of course. I'm counting on you. Thank you! I can't believe you've thanked her. She's clearly just teasing you.
Oh, is she really though? Konnichiwa, Aishin.
What makes you think that? It's clearly all nonsense. You're wasting your time. It's not nonsense, and I'm not wasting anyone's time. Then why don't you just go get it yourself, Because I don't have time, okay? You see, it's totally a lie. It's all lies. Even so, it doesn't matter. Why? It's fun!
Oh, she likes going on the quest for the legendary gun.
Hurry up. It's getting late. Okay, I'll go first. These are the first coordinates that Maxwell gave me in the analytical report of the ancient documents.
This is...
Yes, It's the Elysion headquarters. It's where I was born. Let's just go ahead and have a look.
What's your plan?
I'm going to ask someone casually. Or... Oh! I guess that's not necessary. I'll just ask the boss directly.
You mean Ingrid?
Yes. I think she must know something about the legendary gun. I can feel it.
Aren't you afraid she'll yell at you?
Oh, I don't think she will. As far as I know, this isn't the kind of thing that makes her angry.
As far as we know.
Aha! There she is. Hello, boss.
You absolute fool. How could you possibly have been so stupid? The correct core processes should be comprehensive and thorough. How many times have I said that? Recall them. Recall them all. Return all the production lines over there immediately. Dispose of all recalled products. What? No. No reuses! Where would you even want to use parts that can corrode so easily? I don't think I've ever seen this Ingrid face before. At least not in the main story. Oh my god. Her teeth are kind of scary. You want people to risk their lives for profit? You insufferable buffoon. Why haven't they been recalled already? Oh, she does it when you first meet her? Most of her faces are so serious that I'm like shocked. Ingrid hangs up the phone with an extremely angry expression. The sheer idiocy.
Hello, boss.
Huh? What are you doing here?
I have something to ask you.
Ask.
Is one of the parts of the legendary gun in here?
Yes, it is. But how do you know about it?
I got the information from some ancient documents, but I wasn't the one who analyzed them.
I see. And that's what you're here for? Come. Ingrid leads you to her office. Wait here. Ingrid starts to rummage through some boxes under the desk. It's been a while since I've organized this stuff. It should be in here somewhere. Here it is. Ingrid hands me an old grip for a gun. Oh, we can use this to knock people out! Like in the Blue Archive event.
This is one of the legendary gun's parts.
The grip. As you can see, it's not in good condition. It hasn't been maintained.
Thank you, boss.
Good. Now, go find the remaining parts.
Yes!
What? XP? Why do you have this? I found it interesting. I have an interest in ancient things. The story of the legendary gun has been going around for a long time now.
Really?
It's more like ancient history, actually.
Wow! I never thought you'd be interested in stuff like this, boss.
Not so much anymore. Why? Because I don't have enough time. Maxwell says the same. The legendary gun. The name alone is full of power. It stimulates people's imagination. But, on the contrary, it also invites suspicion as to whether or not it's real. It strikes a delicate balance. In this busy day-by-day life, can it be right to spend time on such uncertain things?
So, you used to be searching for the legendary gun, but you gave up?
Yes. In the end, I couldn't devote any more time to the search. My balance leans towards reality. That's why I'm giving this to you. I see that you have the potential to see this through the end. I know you can do it. You obviously have enough free time for it.
Hey, yes, I do!
Ooh, get on with it then. I don't know where the remaining 2 parts are, but I hope you find them and complete the gun.
I will. Thank you. Come on, Master. To the surface.
Let's go! Wait, what did you say?
We're going to the surface. That's where the next part is.
Good luck. No concern for me! The surface.
The second place pointed to by the ancient documents. This is it. Right here. The junk heap.
In front of us is a mountain of garbage. Furniture, electronics, everything. All in one big pile. What is this funky music? Funky jazz music.
All we have to do is dig through all this junk and we're sure to find it. Shall we begin?
Is there any tip of where it might be?
No, it just said in the junk heap.
Oh god, this is gonna take forever. I see.
We should be able to find it within a week, right?
Within a week?
As long as we work hard, nothing is impossible. Oh, Master, look over there. Someone is coming this way.
Yo. You're late.
Tired. Why are Cafe Sweetie's people here?
You commissioned us, remember? You told us to find the legendary gun or whatever.
Ah, right.
Found a component. Looks like it's a gun body. It took us 3 whole days.
Come on. I want to sleep. I never knew you were such nice people. I'm so touched.
Oh, look at her blush. It's a little early for that. It really has been hard on us. It also cost us money to find that guy to analyze the ancient documents. And it seems that we'll have to add a commission fee as well.
Naturally. How much?
5 million credits, probably.
Wow, you guys really do know how to turn a profit.
What? What are you talking about? We went to this extremely dangerous place and rummaged around in a junk heap for 3 whole days. 5 million is pretty cheap, all things considered.
Well, I don't have that much money.
Of course. Are you going to pay for her, pal? What makes you think I have money? Wow, look at his stingy face. Let me see. So you want this part, but you have no money, right?
I guess so.
Then, here's the deal. Play with me.
Play with you? Hide and seek? Okay. Play what?
I have an idea. Unarmed combat. No weapons.
No, she loves firepower. We can't do that.
The side that falls first loses. How about that?
Okay. No, Neon, no!
Do you have to fight? Just as she is keen on her own interests, I also have mine. But my hobby requires an opponent, and I never miss a chance to enjoy my hobby.
I can respect that.
Nikkes with real hobbies have more capacity for empathy. So, who will be the referee? I can do it. Okay, then let's begin. These are the rules. No weapons. First to fall loses. There is no time limit. Now, begin. Okay, first I'll grapple her and then I'll... Neon strides towards Milk. Oh, are you gonna meet me head on? A frank opponent indeed. A frank opponent indeed, I... Wump. Oh! Ugh! Neon hits Milk with the butt of her gun. Oh. Oh! Milk falls straight to the ground.
I win.
That's a violation of the rules. No weapons.
My gun is a part of my body, not a weapon.
Agreed. Neon wins. Screw you. Milk passes out.
Only one piece left. Let's head back, Master. This is the last coordinate point. Master's room.
Huh?
What? Shall we start with that box over there first?
No, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Why is part of the legendary gun in my room?
Whoever used to live here may have stashed it somewhere.
Makes sense.
Yes! Master, search the box over there, please. I'll start with this one.
1 hour later.
Oh! Master, look at this!
Neon holds a magazine in her hand. It's a magazine called Man's Gun. On the cover is a man in very bold clothes. Oh, it's an actual magazine. Okay. One can tell at a glance that it's a magazine aimed at male readers. Hi, Dara.
I just found this here.
Not mine. Found the treasure. Wait. Commander has... What kind of magazines? Magazines of men?
I knew I'd find something useful here. There is a gun in the name of the magazine, and what I'm looking for in this room is also a gun. The final hint that we're looking for must be hidden within.
Neon, that magazine.
Master, look at this! Every commander has a dashing gun of their own.
Huh? Ow.
Puzzle solved! Master, you must have the last part. Master, do you have your own gun? I do? Wow! Does it have a name? Neojet Armstrong Cannon. My baby. Definitely the first one. Oh, what an unusual name. Now, caliber. What's the caliber? Oh, wait, we're not talking... What kind of gun are we talking about? Hold on! The strongest available. I've never properly measured it. Oh, that's awesome! Well then, how many shots can it fire? What? As much as I want. Amazing! But, wait a minute. The legendary gun is divided into several parts. But, Master's gun is all in one piece? It doesn't add up. I see. It must be that Master's gun contains a part of the legendary gun. Quick! Let's take it apart! Never in a million years. A brief conversation is held to clear up Neon's misunderstandings. What? Oh, come on. Neon blushes. We continue going through the boxes in the room. What were they? 10 minutes later. You find a rusted piece of gun stored in a box. The discovery is entirely undramatic. Was that a reference? I don't know. Oh, there's still one more. Hyper weapon, I understand. And this is the first part of the legendary gun, the grip. Then, this is the second part of the legendary gun, the body. And finally, this is the last part, the stock. Neon displays the collected parts on the ground. So, there really is a legendary gun. But this doesn't look like it'd fire that huge bullet you made at all. How would you know? This is a legendary gun, so it must be able to. Absolutely not. The physics just doesn't work. It transcends physical limitations. That's why it's called the legendary gun. Ah, good. Makes perfect sense. So, all you need to do is just put these things together and you'll have the legendary gun? Yes! Everybody, watch this! This is a historic moment! The epic rebirth of the legendary gun! Rattle, rattle, clank. Squeak! Squeak! Scrape! They don't fit together at all. The joints between the parts don't match. Sure enough, it's just an urban legend. No, honeys. Actually, it doesn't matter if these parts work or not. The adventure to find parts, it's a dangerous, delightful process. That is the real legendary gun. What are you talking about? Can't you just say one thing that makes any sense? the gun I used to overcome all of this is the true legend. I hope you're not about to say something corny like, my gun has become a legendary gun.
She's about to say it. She's about to say it for real.
Master?
Yes?
Let's go to the boss for help.
Okay. The boss? All the parts are rusty. That's why the joints don't match. All the parts do look compatible, so if they are washed and reinforced properly,
Then
the legendary gun can be completed.
wow!
Wait here. It should be ready in a minute. Ingrid walks out of the room with the parts. Neon is on pins and needles.
Neon, try to calm down. I can't calm down. I'm so nervous.
Are you really invested in guns?
Yes! Well, to be precise, guns are just means to an end. And that end is firepower.
Why do you like firepower so much anyway?
It's just good. It's cool. And it's actually really helpful on the surface. Something that's both cool and helpful. I mean, isn't that the best possible interest to have?
I guess you're right.
Oh, thank you. Master, do you have any interests?
I do, but I don't have any time to indulge them. Nope, nothing.
Nothing? That's terrible. Following your interests will make your whole life better. And if you come back to them after a long time away, that could be wonderful. Huh. Actually, sometimes I hear people talking. Hobbies? For NIKKEs? What kind of hobbies could a NIKKE have?
Hi, Cyril.
But I think it is precisely because of this world, because of who we are, that we need hobbies.
Why is that?
Why? Because we all want something to make us happy. Because we all want something to make us happy?
I see.
So, when will my legendary gun come to make me happy? Boss said it would be done soon.
Neon is tapping her feet. It's done.
Show me!
The parts in Ingrid's hands are nice and clean. They're ready to be put together.
Wonderful!
Neon begins to furiously fit the pieces together. Before long, she's done. This clearly looks like it came from a long time ago.
Wood? Steel parts? Wow! The bullet is supposed to be loaded from the front of the barrel. Is this some kind of antique?
Yes, if I remember correctly. This one is like the very first one of its kind.
Gosh, I never dreamed that I would lay eyes on something like this. As the name implies, it is a living legend.
Yes, it's my first time to see it with my own eyes, too. It should be very valuable as an antique.
Then it's yours.
Oh. Mine?
Yes, As long as you take good care of it, I don't mind if you put it on display or do whatever you want with it.
But this is your... Never mind. I'll take it. Thank you. I'll display it in the hall so that everyone can see it as soon as they come in the door.
Good! It's so great! I never expected to see it with my own eyes.
Aren't you mad?
What?
It's not a legendary gun. It's Ingrid's now, not yours.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. But, on the other hand, it really is a legendary gun! What do you think, Master?
It was an incredible ride. I'm just a little disappointed. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Isn't that what hobbies are all about? It's a fascinating process. That's what makes a hobby great. Okay then. Because we still don't have a gun that can fire my ammo, right? Of course. We'll just have to keep looking. Let's go, Master. There's so much more for us to do.
Neon. Neon cute. Neon cutie. Okay. I guess next week we'll go back to doing a main story. Oh shoot, we have to do Persona as well though. Okay, I gotta decide. I'll either do Persona or main story. Either chapter 21 or Persona. I know Persona's not gonna be over for a while. When does Yukiko roll come out? When can I roll for Yukiko? I want to roll for Yukiko before I want to roll for Makoto. So... You know what? We can have a little gacha as a treat.
We can have a little gacha as a treat.
Tomorrow? Oh my god, we can roll for her next week then. Ah, purple. Tomorrow's part 2? Finally. A little purple as a treat. That's the right ones, right? Okay, good. I wanted to make sure I wasn't using the rainbow ones. I got scared for a second. I was like, am I messing up? Am I messing up? I can exchange for the top 5 that appear at the top of the banner already?
Ah!
Huh? All purples.
Alright.
Oh, the exchange points. I think... I already have Helm, right? I think leader is meta. 100 exchange points. I don't have 100 exchange points, do I? No, I don't. I think I got Helm last time. I think that's what happened. And then I rolled Alice eventually. But anyway, we can roll next week. And then maybe I'll do something else. Or I am gonna...
I haven't decided. Anyway, we'll play NIKKE again next week. Yes.
Tomorrow... What am I doing tomorrow, guys? I don't remember. Oh, we're doing Blue Archive tomorrow. Tomorrow's Academy Club Story, which is like the Dojin type event. The first one where they're making the Dojin at Redwinter, I think. And then on Thursday, we're gonna do that funny voiceover game everyone's doing. Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Okay. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye, Ping. Thank you for hanging out with me today and reading with me. Bye, Ping.